The Parkway Theater behind me is closing. And unfortunately, Catherine and Kyle Fisher have said that they don't feel they can run it due to the economic downturn, but the announcement of its closure drew a large crowd today, and this is actually the last show. They're showing Revolutionary Road and another movie called Let the Right One In.
I mean, there's different.
Hey, what do you think about the Parkway closing?
I think it really sucks.
Yeah. You want to save it? What do we do to keep it open?
I feel like there's probably got to be some economic stimulus money, some recognition, some pressure. In Berkeley, they're just going to kick out the Ashby flower stand because Whole Foods wanted to do a cafe there, and the flower stand had been there 30 years. And the city council was able to mobilize, Chris Worthington especially, to get Whole Foods to back off. And Whole Foods is like maybe a large institution. I don't know who the landlord of this place is or what's going on in Oakland. Like sometimes they seem like they're out of touch.
Yeah.
But at least seems like they could do that too, like take care of business. The Parkway is pretty special.
Well, it's sort of a bummer. I live in Oakland. I live on Lakeshore, not all that far away. And it's been here for, well, he was telling me for, a few generations, a long time.
Yeah.
Since the 20s. So, I used to come here and see Firefly. They used to have it once a month on the big screen, and I could play it at home. But anyway, it's something about this place is very unique. It's very sweet. The food thing, and the couches, and the people that hang out at tables together, and you don't know anybody. You come in the theater, you meet people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that kind of place, and you don't get that in the multiplexes where you're in a theater the size of a bathroom, and You've seen those, right? The Jack London Square?
Yeah.
This is bigger than one of the theaters, right? This one room is bigger than a theater at the multiplex at Jack London Square. I mean, plus they don't have the cute numbers. The 5, the V. Sometimes when they have 2, they always make it really something funny. I've noticed that too.
The way that it affects my life, beyond the fact that I'm losing a place that I love and that I dedicate every single weekend to working here, is that I'm losing my job. And I got 4 days notice, and I'm going to be unemployed. I'm trying to graduate.
4 days?
4 days. Actually, the community email for the Parkway was blasted before the employees found out. And I'm talking about employees that have been here for 9 years, 10 years, getting 4 days notice. It was said on their Facebook that they were giving us all jobs at the other theater, and that's not true. And so I think people should know that the majority of the employees here are losing their jobs with very little notice. And some people are actually going to have to leave the Bay Area because they can't afford to live here anymore, and it's really affecting all of us.
Will you be able to draw unemployment through this, though? Or?
I won't, because I'm a student, which apparently limits your unemployment. They have promised letters of recommendation for each and every one of us, so very generous. But it was really shocking, and then an hour after that we had to open our doors, and we were flooded. We were never this busy ever, and so the employees have been working double time on top of feeling pretty betrayed. A couple people didn't come in because they were too angry, and so however anybody feels about the Parkway employees, some people think that we're the worst part of it. We're what keeps it going. We do all of the grunt labor. We sit there and sweep up everybody's popcorn every night, and it's a hard job. We don't get paid a lot, but we do it because we love the Parkway. And we're all really, really shocked and just traumatized by having to say goodbye to something that we put our lives into every week. We're here every week.
Can be done? Has anyone said, hey,
I don't know.
Is it that bad? Because people been going to movies. I was shocked to find out.
People haven't been coming that much. We have been slower. I think there are a lot of reasons for that. People want to see the movies they want to see, and sometimes that isn't the ones we're showing. Whatever, but I don't know what's to be done, because it's the employees. It's the owners of the building that have evicted the Parkway. So there's the owners of the building, and there's the owners of the Parkway as a business. and they have had a legal battle, and that's why the Parkway is closing. We were evicted with very short notice, but yeah.
That's kind of stupid because they're not going to be able to replace it with anything here.
Yeah, I don't know what they think they're going to do, but I think they have it in their heads that they can get more money, more rent for this place than we were paying, and so yeah, I know. It was a big, long legal battle, and it ended in eviction. So, yeah.
This is a historic landmark right here in Oakland. I'm going to do everything I can to save this historic landmark.
I mean, this
movie theater, the young lady told me this has been here, my guess was right. I figured it was as old as even all the way back to the 30s or even 20s. And the young lady told me this movie theater has been here since the 1920s. Me being a third generation Oaklander, my grandmother lived to be 93, lived on East 15th Street for over 70 years.
I didn't know what
She was here with my mother, who's now 89 years old. My mother went to Oakland High School, so I have very fond memories of my grandmother and my mother, who is still alive, 89 years old, now lives in Marin County. She used to come here, and we had a lot of friends in the neighborhood here because my mother and grandmother were Italians, and they had Italian friends right here in the neighborhood. So I have been active in some fairs in the city of Oakland before. It's a good chance I'm going to get active in this. I helped save Lake Chabot Golf Course just not that many years ago, and we won that. We saved Lake Chabot Golf Course. The city of Oakland was trying to turn it into I'm glad you remember that. The hotel turned it into a country club. That's a public-owned course, a very historic course, Works in Progress Administration. So this Parkway Theater is very plain simple. It's a historic, one of the crown jewels of Oakland. One of the crown jewels of Oakland. And the young lady told me the story. It's the landlords who are to blame by radically raising the rent on the operators of the Parkway Theater, who have done great things with this theater in recent years. And I'm sorry to say I've been so busy doing this and that, I never got down here, and then I got the horrible news on Washington TV this past week. And I said, I've got to get down here. And tonight's Sunday night, March 22nd, but unfortunately the tickets are sold out. But I saw the news today, and it doesn't surprise me at all that there is going to be a lot of people in Oakland feel the same way that I do, and this is far from over, and there's a public outcry going on right now.
I think it's a real shame. This is it's an important space, and it's important for this community, and it's, I think there's people here who still remember what it was like before they came here. I'm not one of them, but I do live around the corner. I am worried to see how things are going to change to just have a big empty rotting building. I don't think that does anybody any good. So that's pretty much my feelings on that. Yeah.
That's good. Oh. It's a better angle. Okay, cool. All right. Bye. All right, see ya. Okay, see you later. Okay. All right, see ya. Well, it's sad, but if the landlord can really work out
I hope the landlord
issues.
goes bankrupt.
Oh, did you hear?
For being green. Oh,
that's
watch
Barry.
out. Here comes the
That's
bus
Barry.
guy.
Uh-oh, here comes the bus. All right. Anyway, if the landlord can work out his problems, or her problems, maybe there's a second life for the Parkway. But right now, tonight's the last night, and that's too bad. I've had a lot of great moments here. But it can be saved. It can be saved.
Like it was.